I love watching when a woman's greedy divorce plan backfires. This one's great. Let's get straight into it.
Doesn't matter whose name it is under. All that matters is that we're divorced and this house which I've paid for isn't for you.
We have to pay for it, it's not under your name, no?
Well, no, it doesn't matter whose name it is for.
Well, it does, because we were together.
Okay, well, I bought this house as a gift for my mum.
Well, why are we living in it then?
Because it doesn't matter.
Well, it does, because if we
Well,
divorced...
no, yeah, we're not living in it anymore, are we? Well, I am.
So how long are we going to keep that a surprise for then?
It doesn't matter. You didn't pay a single penny for the house.
I contributed my fair share to this place.
How did you?
Cooking, cleaning, one less thing for you to
Oh!
Basically, I cooked and cleaned. I should own some of the house. Oh my God, the audacity.
Well, congratulations.
That was the
You can cook and
agreement.
clean somewhere else. Look, you divorced me, okay, yeah? You have no right to this house. I knew that this was going to come because since we first got married or whatever, that's all you're interested in. You're only interested in the financial side of stuff, and then when
Smart man, dude. 200 IQ play for this guy.
Flawless victory.
If a woman's always going to lead with money, she's going to leave with money. So, and also if a man leads with money, a woman leaves with money. He clearly saw the writing on the wall and was like, you know what, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to gift it to my mom. A lot of soccer players do this as well. I don't know if Tom Brady did this, but there's a lot of really popular soccer players that have done this as well. And they've been with women, you know, since they were famous and since they had a lot of money. It's like, this is why I say there's two ways you can do this. You can meet a woman when you're a peasant or a villager. You both can build the kingdom together. She can become a queen, you can become a king, and you can enjoy your dynasty together. Awesome, amazing, that's great. That's ideal because a woman's going to be growing with you and she's going to be going through the mud with you, earning everything, right? I think if that's the case, you know what I mean, you don't really need to put everything in your mom's name. If you want to, cool, go ahead. But if you've built this kingdom on your own, you have your own dynasty, and you don't think to put that stuff in somebody else's name and you put it in you and your wife's name, boy, you got to be pretty stupid. Stupid. Because the thing is if you become a king, she can't become a queen. She's going to be just like a princess, a little princess for you, right? And then you need to share her amongst your concubines. But if she's going to go through the mud with you, I think she's owed some of that, right? She's the king, or she's the queen, you're the king. But if she doesn't work through any of that, she doesn't go through the trials and tribulations, she doesn't go through the good and the bad, she doesn't deserve anything. And he clearly saw the writing on the walls, and that's why she's getting her karma now.
it's a fan, things start to go a bit low, you call for a divorce. Cool, I'll let you have that divorce.
No.
But when I bought this house, I put this house in my mum's name. I bought this house as a gift for my mum.
So you had no right to lie to me about it.
I didn't lie to you. Didn't lie to you at all.
You said that you bought the
We
house.
lived in the house. Yeah, I did buy the house. I bought the house.
So why did you not tell me when you bought the house?
I didn't need
it under your
to
name?
because it wasn't your business.
But we were together. We were married.
Well, we're not now. We're not now. You divorced me, and it's clear to see why you divorced me.
Yeah, because
She really thought she was going to get a free house out of this. She's like, I'll be married to him for 4 or 5 years. I think as men start to become a little bit smarter, they're realizing that you're not going to use the divorce as a retirement plan. And I applaud this guy.
you're a liar.
I'm not lying, Stacey. You divorced me because that's what you was interested in. And then when business became a bit low, you know, since COVID, you wasn't there.
Don't even
You were
bring
just
COVID
complaining.
into
You were
it.
just complaining. Oh, don't even bring COVID into it. Look, getting back to my business, and you weren't happy with it. And now, because things are becoming good again, that's when now you're back.
I'm not
And then when you found out, yeah, okay, that after the divorce proceedings, there's nothing for you. That's why you're back, isn't it?
The biggest thing is that you lied to me for however
So
long we
what
were
did you
married
want? What did you expect? Do you think that you've earned a share of this house?
for. Absolutely.
For
I
what?
made it homely.
For what? Cooking and cleaning?
Making it homely. I made it.
You made it homely?
I made it a lovely place for us living together.
No,
And
not
I found out
really.
it's for your mum.
You've made it into a hell.
How? It's clean. It's laid out lovely. It's homely.
You've
it's
not
welcoming.
been here for 6 months.
Well, yeah, because you've been lying to me this whole time.
I've not been lying to you.
Dude, the lack of accountability. You've been lying to me. You divorced me, baby girl. Leave.
You told
You
me
never
bought this
asked me.
house.
Yeah, I did buy this house. You never asked me once. Is this house in your name? You never asked me that
Why
question.
do I need to ask that? If you're buying a house, you're only going to show that it's going to be bought for yourself.
No, you buy a house for your children, do a house for your mum.
We don't have kids.
Exactly. I'm saying if you have kids, you buy it for your kids. I'm not like you. I don't just buy for myself, you know.
This is irrelevant. My biggest issue is that you have lied throughout the whole time we were
It
together.
doesn't matter. We're not together anymore. You can go your own way into your own shared house with your parents, whilst I'll stay here in the house which I bought.
Yeah, and lie to the next person that you date. So good luck to whoever that is.
Well, no, I'm protecting myself, actually.
How are you protecting yourself?
Protecting myself.
And
Yeah.
you lied to it's like the whole relationship.
You know what, Stacey? I'm gonna get back inside my house, okay? Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
I love it, but this is why I say, dude, you need to get with a chick, and it's ideal to get with a chick when you're not in your financial stride, because the thing is, if you lead with money, she leaves with money. Shibin and Aya should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt, because the thing is, what you lead with, women will grasp onto that, and just, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all. But I think this guy did the right thing. I think we'll see a big surge of this moving forward, because men are afraid to get married. It's as simple as that. A lot of men don't want to get married right now because they're like, the juice is not worth the squeeze. Half the time you don't even get a woman's commitment. Half the time you don't even get a low body count. Half the time you don't even get, you know, a woman with not a lot of trauma. She's not faithful to you. Like, there's so many things that you don't get that they expect from you as a man, that it's like, man, I don't know. Like, it's a tough situation for men. Luckily, I met Cass when I was in my 20s, and guess how much I was making a month? I was making about $200 a month. So Cass fell in love with me for who I was. She fell in love with me for the man I was. She was with me when I made the least amount of money I've ever made in my entire life. I was barely paying. She was paying all the bills. She was buying the groceries. She was paying the bills. She was keeping the lights on. I was contributing what I could. Like, dude, I was working on Craigslist. I was like getting side gigs on Craigslist, being a social media manager and being a social media consultant, you know, and like doing little crap acting gigs in Austin, Texas, which weren't paying much at all. Like, it wasn't paying, or crap modeling gigs. Modeling gigs. Have you seen me, chat? Have you seen this forehead? Shots fired! Not much of a model here, dude. Not much to look at. So I wasn't getting a ton of gigs, but I was scraping by maybe $200 to $300 a month. But Cass was there for me. She stayed down for me. So when we started our relationship, she was paying 95% of the bills. I was paying 5%. As we progressed, it went to 90-10, 90% she was paying, 10% I was paying. And it slowly, probably about maybe 3 to 4 years ago, we were going like 50-50 when we lived in Dallas. And then as time went on, I started paying more, and now I pay 100% of the bills. She doesn't pay anything. But it's because she's earned that, at least in my opinion, unless you think I'm crazy, chat. But in my opinion, she's earned that because, dude, she's been down with me when I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing. She fell in love with me because she's like, I fell in love with you because of the man that I knew you could be. And I was like, man, if only we could have that. If only we could have more of that. But I feel like most women, they want to fall in love with the complete package. They don't want to fall in love with a man that's like working on himself. So, you know, it sucks. Let's get into the Discord, or sorry, let's get into the Twitter here.
Doing him because he divulged what I told him in confidence, which was that I was unfaithful to my husband.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
And he went ahead and told my husband, who promptly divorced me and kicked me out of the house. So
good, man. That's what you get, dude.
So why is it your pastor's fault that you cheated on your husband?
I thought what I had told him was in confidence, and I was looking
So why is it your pastor's fault?
to him for emotional help. I couldn't afford a therapist, so
Imagine that conversation. Hey, Ralph, we're going to have you come into the church. You know, talk to your wife. I had a sit down with her. She has had a sit down with another man, you know, but I did have a sit down with her, and she told me that, you know, she belongs to the streets.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
She stepped out on you, man.
I thought, I'm depressed. And
did he help you?
He's
You were depressed, so you just had to go sit on another dude's wiener. Poor baby.
said that honesty is the best way to make myself feel better. And so he said, you have a month, tell your husband. Then one day they met at the gym, and Pastor Hall just says that I was unfaithful, and then my husband comes home in a fury, and that was it.
Good on this guy, dude. W on this pastor, bro. I think there's client something privilege for, you know, who is it? What is it, like therapists and stuff like that? There's like client confidentiality stuff, but like for your pastor, I don't think those rules apply. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan and 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer, that sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, but it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. It's a little Loki boy time. Isn't it, buddy? Free. Sit. Shake. Good boy. Other hand. No. Other hand. Good boy. Wait. Free. Go to your place. To your place, buddy boy. Bro, I saw this clip and I about rolled out of my chair. Dinner for my kids as a 27-year-old mom of 3. Okay, gotta steal it. The glizzies. Chunk those in. Did you wash your hands before? Doubt it. How many glizzies? Jesus. Season the glizzies, okay. Flip those glizzies. Oh, and then cutting the coating of the pan as well. That's always good. Cut the wieners with some scissors. Water. Okay. Boiled wieners, Mommy. Yay. Milk. More milk. More milk. More milk. Oh, okay. Hamburger. Okay. Cheese packet. Golly, I can tell by her Snorlax build, these kids are going to be eating good.
Mommy, it's wiener soup. Yay. I love your wiener soup, Mama.
With that Tony Satcher, or is that Slap Your Mama? Oh, that's that Slap Your Mama. That's actually pretty good. Is that paprika? More of that. Okay. She didn't skimp on the sneeze-nings.
Wiener soup, Mommy.
Must be some noodles in there, though, so all that liquid's probably going to cook up in the noodles. MSG, baby girl, you did not need any more of that. Damn, you did that thing out. Take the lid off. That's diabolical, bro. God. Spanking it like a newborn.
What is that?
What's that? That's your favorite, son. That's that wiener soup.
Mac and cheese? Mm-hmm.
He didn't even believe it.
What is that, mac and cheese? Ew.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, be healthy with the carrots. What an awful combo. Hamburger helper with wieners and carrots. Like you're going to offset the crap you just put on that plate. More salt and pepper and this. Look at the bougie grinder. Was that? I hope to God that was not salt. I hope that was pepper.
5-year-old's plate, 7-year-old's plate. Have a good night.
A 5-year-old? And we wonder why everybody's obese. She had that Michelin woman build. Good Lord, bro. I feel bad for those kids, man. That is crazy work, man. That is, oh my God. I feel bad for those kids. That is just something else. That looked horrible. I would not want to eat that. You'd have to waterboard me before I posted that on the internet, bro. Crazy work. There's another clip I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, this chick right here. So this chick, it's a California scandal going viral right now. A homelessness executive making $430,000 a year. is under fire for 3 things: funneling millions to her husband's NGO on 3 occasions, which I don't know what that is, charging taxpayers for open bars at her parties, Lord have mercy, and spending $800,000 to silence whistleblowers. Yikes, let's get into this.
Hope this woman enjoyed herself with their beautiful necklace, dress, photo shoot, because she about to go to jail. If you don't know who that was, her name is Dr. Valicia Adams Kellum. She's the former CEO of the LA Homeless Services Authority. Yes, this is a person who supposedly administers homeless services in California. She was recently forced to resign, though, after her mega agency failed multiple audits. She says, "I don't know where or how we spent billions of dollars." Oh, trust me, we know. It's going right here. This necklace...
Golly, she got the quadruple pearls on. It's an oyster's worst nightmare right there.
This is obscene. I mean, I don't know anything about pearls, but this has got to be maybe 15.
I mean, if they're real pearls, that's a lot of money, but I mean, I can't tell the fake ones from the real ones, chat.
$20,000, $30,000 right here. So how did she get that money? Well, first off, she paid herself a monstrous salary, $430,000 a year. Then she funneled millions of dollars into her husband's sham organization, allegedly, 3 separate times. She also really tried to booze it up at her holiday party by demanding that taxpayers pay for her open bar. And when an associate of hers said that, hey, that is an improper use of public funds, she got visibly angry and then terminated her employment. This is not only very petulant behavior, but also very illegal. After that, she started hiring her friends with whistleblowers, alleging that she pushed out staff, experienced staff, to hire unqualified friends and former subordinates from her previous job into high-level, high-salary positions within the LA Homeless Services Authority. And when people caught wind of this and started reporting, she tried to cover her tracks by destroying public records and also arranging to pay hush money, $800,000 to silence whistleblowers. $800,000 of your money. Yeah, I think it's time to start selling off some of these pearls, girl, because you're going to need that money. The last thing I'll say, and this part is serious, is that the only reason why we know about any of this stuff is because there are still some great local reporters on the ground who still believe in real journalism, pieces that I've cited in this video, as well as brave whistleblowers who still know right from wrong. Thank you guys. You guys are the real heroes.
That's crazy work, bro. Such an abuse of power, especially for the homeless people there. Like, homeless people got it hard enough, bro. They got it hard enough. And the fact that you're doing that to them and kicking them when they're down, and they need that money way more than you do on those pearls. I'll give you a pearl necklace. So, I think we're finally starting to see women in their 40s and 50s and 60s. It's honestly just 30s and up. They're hitting the wall. They're believing the wall, and they're starting to feel invisible. I found this clip and I thought it was solid.
Is there anyone else out there in their 40s like me who feels kind of invisible? Like, I'm not as cute as I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm definitely not as fit as I was in my 20s and 30s. I don't have as much hair as I used to have. It's literally falling off like the top of my head.
You do become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman.
Is that Tracy Ellis Ross? Kevin Samuels talked about her.
Unfortunately, I don't get asked out on a lot of dates.
Yeah, because you look like somebody's granny.
I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles or...
Yo, 55? Brother, man, you supposed to have grandbabies.
Or if it's just a strange town.
What is the biggest confidence killer for women over 50?
I don't know, the cauldron in your closet? Good Lord. Shots fired! She looks like the Wicked Witch of the South.
Men over 50. They never look at you anymore.
When I was 55, I felt like I...
Bro, that is the let me talk to the manager now cut.
...was starting to fade. I felt like I was starting to go invisible. I felt dismissed. I felt ignored. I felt like I was washed up.
When I was 15, I started modeling, and it was a very hard...
Okay, she used to be straight bad, but now it's straight sad.
Hard thing to walk away from. Then around the age of 45, I started noticing that the way I was perceived was slightly different than what I had become used to. And then I would put photos of myself in bikinis. All of a sudden I started getting the influx of Are you a little desperate there, Grandma? How about you cover up and spare us the look of your poor aging body? I was sort of getting relinquished to the invisible women category.
Oh my gosh, shout out to Bill Belichick. But dude, as women get older, they do become invisible. But I say this, women that are older, 30, 40 plus, they live the reality that a lot of young men live. Men that are aged 18 to 24 are completely invisible. Completely invisible. Women aren't looking for those guys. There's no 28-year-old chick going, where are all the 19-year-old men? Not a thing. That's why us as men, it's so hard to feel bad for these women because they're living the reality that younger men have been living. We've all probably lived it. If you're a guy that watches, most of you guys are over 25. I know because I can check the analytics on that, but you've lived that reality where you have been invisible before. That's why us as men don't feel bad for these ladies. You had your shot and you blew it, buddy. You blew it. From 18 to 24, you had your highest SMV, your sexual marketplace value, and RMV, relationship marketplace value. You had the highest value from 18 to 24 and you blew your shot. I don't feel bad for you. Us as men, we age like fine wine. Women age like milk left out in the desert. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. So ladies, now you're living the reality that a lot of the younger men have had to live, so we don't feel bad for you. You can talk about, oh, I'm invisible. Just men don't look at me the same. Yeah, we ain't gonna look at you the same. It's simple as that. We value your youth, your fertility, less trauma, less baggage. We want you fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids. Typically, older women aren't submissive. They're not cooperative. They're not friendly. They have a lot of baggage. Well, I've been done dirty so many times, I don't even want the next man. Kevin Samuels has a great quote. When women make the men of their present pay for the mistakes and trauma of the men of their past, there will be no future. And that's what a lot of these women are living right now. They're trying to make the next guy pay for all the mistakes and trauma that the last guy gave her. Baby girl, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's got nothing to do with me. And you're going to make me pay for all that? No, I'm good. This chick posted up a clip where she's talking about being a lesbian and saying how hard it is to date as a lesbian.
I know I can't be the only one. I just feel like women might not be for me.
Let me just say that the dating of lesbians, okay, is fucking trash, okay? It is absolutely fucking trash.
It makes me really frustrated and confused when I hear women talking about how they're just done with dating men and they're going to be a lesbian and how their life would be so much better if they could just marry a woman whenever
you're a liar,
they're fed up with men or a man pissed them off. Because, babe, women can be just as bad as men.
Women are worse than men. I don't think you guys have seen the stats that I've seen, but y'all are pretty bad.
World for being a lesbian is so ghetto. When I say it's so ghetto, like it's ghetto as hell out here.
Hey, listen, I can't be the only lesbian stud, whatever you want to call it, that is actually getting tired of dealing with women. I'm still very much so gay. I just am tired of dealing with women.
I was about to say, get your passports then. But even the women are sick of dealing with the women. Bro, come on. You can't make this stuff up. So apparently something's going to go down on September 17th. Liberal white women are preparing to collapse President Trump's economy by skipping work on September 17th. Baby girl, Starbucks is still going to be open. What are you talking about?
New daily reminder, September 17th is coming up next week, and that is the day that we are blacking out the whole entire country in protest of this regime.
Bro, she looks like she's from the Roblox game.
Shots fired! It's the only thing we have left besides... It's literally the only thing, I promise you. Nothing else will help us. September 17th...
Really, the only thing that'll help is you just not being there? That might help everybody, actually.
17th, we're not going to go to work. We're not going to spend a penny. We're blacking out the whole entire country.
Okay, well, if you're not going to spend a penny, that means don't have your lights on, no water, no eating, and don't even live at your apartment. Give up your lease. You know, I mean, you got to move all your stuff out. Sell your car too, no gas.
Hundreds of thousands of us have already locked in and doing this. This is your new daily reminder. I will be giving a reminder every single day. Please spread the word.
Hell, I'm even helping spread the word. I don't think nothing's going to happen. You guys don't work in STEM. Like, you don't keep the roadways on. You don't keep nothing going. So it's like, I don't think we're going to miss out on anything. Whoa. What is this? What do you call that? What? A nasal blockage thing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I can't even look at that. Is just ew. What are you? What is that? Why are we doing this? This clip is going viral right now. Seattle Seahawks player paid a 304 to do some very odd things.
I don't say no names, but at one point I messed with somebody on the Seahawks, and he paid me $6 and I was only with him for I think an hour, and he just wanted to cuddle and take some shots. And it's like, you're a Seahawks player, and his girlfriend was calling him all night, and he just wanted to cuddle and watch a movie. And I'm like, okay. And I just want to rub on your head and like feel affection. And hey, that's $6 up in Seattle. Don't say no names.
I mean, $6 for cuddling? Hell, I might even do it. You know what I mean? I might even do that. There's creeps in the gym, but he is not one of them. Does she overreact? Let's see if she does. This is why we don't take our safety lightly. He was not respecting my space whatsoever. The gym is for lifting, not lurking. He's not even looking at you. He's like 8 feet away from you. I don't see the problem.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong. Dude, this is such a victim mentality. Such a victim mentality. He's behind me. He's videotaping me.
If there's one thing you wish men understood better about women, what would it be?
Like when something is fine, it's not fine. Like read between the lines.
You mean be a mind reader?
Yeah, exactly.
So men are expected to be mind readers.
Exactly.
Why do women often expect men to do things that they're not physically capable of?
I don't know. I haven't encountered, like, I don't do that. Like, I don't expect men to do things they're incapable of.
Isn't that what you just said, though? Gotcha, bitch!
Being a mind reader?
Well, you want us to read between the lines, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. Who's better at communication, men or women?
Women.
So if men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language?
I think men are better communicators logically. Women are better with, like, communicating, like, emotionally.
Okay, can you think of any situation where logic wouldn't outweigh emotions?
I think logic should always outweigh emotion.
Yeah. Stupid. You can't make this shit up, people.
Good Lord, you can't make it. The stories write themselves, bro. Just caught in our own conundrum of buffoonery and stupidness. Bro, I see these clips, and they're so easy to find, chat. They're literally everywhere. All over the place. Just everywhere. You don't have to, like, you get on Twitter for 20 minutes, you're going to find a ton of them.
How old are you?
23.
Are you single?
Yes.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, what's the most I should spend on it?
Okay. Before she says anything, she doesn't look super bougie, but this is the problem with the hoflation.
Shots fired!
I'm going to say she's going to say like $500. What do you guys think, chat? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? How much do you think she's going to say for the first date?
I feel like a first date should be fun. Like, it doesn't really matter about price. It's like, it should be fun. Good vibes.
So
Okay.
If I said to you, I'm going to pick you up, we're going to go to Sonic drive-thru, and then get ice cream after, you'd be cool with it?
If I'm cool with your vibe, I don't care what we do.
This is why they make exceptions for chads and they make rules for bads, you know what I mean? Thad. They make rules for thads and they break the rules for chads. So, because the thing is vibe means, do I find you sexually attractive? That's what that means.
It's not about the money for you.
Vibes.
So why do you think so many women put the money first?
Because they end up heartbroken anyways. So, I mean, might as well.
Now what if I said, yo, I want to take you to a steakhouse dinner first date?
Right.
How would you feel then?
Vibes.
You don't think that's too much pressure?
There's a grown woman talking about vibes. Vibes, just whatever, you know, vibes. The Desirable Truth, this guy's channel is pretty cool. I'd like to actually get to know him.
What's your age?
I'm 40.
What do you do for work?
God. 40 and hitting those streets? Jeebus.
I'm an attorney, family law.
Ooh, Ooh, stay away from women that are attorneys.
How long have you been an attorney?
5 years, and I was a family law paralegal for many, many years before that.
When couples go through divorce, what are some of the most common reasons?
Financial. I used to think it was infidelity, but no, I see that a lot.
What are some examples of financial irresponsibility in the relationships that you've seen?
The woman is the main wage earner and the more responsible one with the bills and the finances, and then the husband, unfortunately, isn't there, and a lot of times there's that disparity, and it falls apart because of that.
Women don't do well being the breadwinner, bro. Women will use that against you so many times, whereas men, we see it as like, yes, I can finally afford to have a family. That's why when women go out and make money, they go, I can be an independent woman, I don't need a man. But when a man goes out and makes money, he goes, great, now I can have a family. That's because we're the true romantics, dude.
Over the last 5 years, you've seen a lot of couples where the woman is a breadwinner,
yes,
and that causes the relationship to end?
Yes, I've seen it cause the strain, the debt accumulation. I've seen that. I also seen a lot of history with domestic violence, unfortunately.
So what happens to joint debt when couples go through divorce?
Whatever was accumulated from the date of marriage to the date of filing is usually divided unless one of the parties decides to assume that responsibility, which usually happens.
I could get married to you, for instance, and have zero debt,
right,
but you're carrying $500,000 in student loans, and then that would come to me automatically?
Potentially, yes, if it occurred after we got married.
Yeah, it'd have to be after you got married. Good Lord. Just the amount of work she's had on her face as well, it just looks so bad. I don't know about you, but I cannot stand the plastic surgery. It looks horrible to me, doesn't it, Lokes? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace.